Today we are doing another video focusing on just a single guitar, and this time we are doing a pretty rare Gibson. Let's dig in. This is a 2013 52 Tribute Les Paul, also known as the Tribute to Les Paul guitar. For those of you familiar with Gibson's product offerings, then you are probably familiar with their Tribute series. This is not from the Tribute series. The Tribute series is usually their more budget-friendly guitars that are a little more straight ahead, a little more stripped back. They take some liberties in order to hit a certain price point. Cool guitars in their own right, but this is not that, which makes the Tribute name for this a little interesting. What this is a tribute to Les Paul, the guy. He unfortunately passed away in 2009, and this guitar is one of the few different ones that Gibson did to commemorate him, and I think that's really cool. The whole presentation with this guitar is really, really great. From the second you open the case, and you see the nice white plush interior, and you see this guitar, it's pretty awesome. This is obviously a very collector-focused guitar, and I think the whole vibe here is totally correct. The case itself is really nice quality also. It's a little different than your typical Gibson USA brown case. It's actually closer to some of the custom shop cases where it has a bit smoother leather, nice interior, and yeah, it's a really nice case. Before we dig into the guitar, I do want to look at the case candy it comes with real quick. This one only came in with this paperwork. You get your typical Gibson owner's manual, same thing you'll get on a lot of guitars. We get our checklist here, which I think things worth noting are, it notes the model as the LPTRBG, and I can't tell if that's C, I cannot read the last few characters, but most importantly it says Les Paul Tribute Bullion Gold, and that's what you get here. This not only is gold on the front, but also on the back, which is pretty sick, very classy, very over the top. We also get this nice little piece of printer paper, which I thought had to just be with this guitar, but I looked it up and these came with all of them. But it reads, "Congratulations and thank you for your purchase of the Les Paul Tribute guitar. In order to claim your merchandise, please send the serial number of your guitar, a copy of the receipt along with your name and address, and shirt jacket size to the address where Gibson was doing this campaign." This ends August 1st, 2013, so unfortunately we're not gonna be able to do that today. But yeah, allegedly you would get a shirt and jacket. Unfortunately, this did not come in with that. And I couldn't find any photos online of what shirt and jacket you'd get with this, but I am very curious. So if you're familiar, let us know. Going back to the actual guitar itself, definitely some very interesting specs here. You get the trapeze tailpiece, which is pretty uncommon. I don't really know of any other production level Gibson Les Paul guitars that use the trapeze tailpiece. For players, it's not super desirable. It's definitely not the best. I much prefer a Tune-o-matic or wrap tail bridge personally, but it is cool to see it since it's just such a rare spec. Pickup wise, you get two Gibson P90s. Gibson did not list a specific model of these P90s, just that they were the regular Gibson P90 pickups, and they sound great, so that's all right. The headstock is natural here, and you have a picture of Les Paul, and right under that it says Les Paul. And then on the truss rod cover, it is silver, and once again says Les Paul. Going back to the body, you also get Les Paul's full name as well as his date of birth and day he passed on. So that's right there to kind of commemorate him. Really cool package here. Lots of fun small appointments, and it's one of those things that like the more time you spend with it, you'll notice other like little hidden Easter eggs, if you will. Neck profile wise, this one's interesting because it's actually relatively slim for a 50s style Les Paul, especially in the first few frets area. It definitely thickens up by the time you get to the 12th fret. So I'd say this is somewhere between like 59 and 60 territory. Definitely not what I would expect for a 52 Les Paul or really anything 50s, but I really, really like this, and I think it's a good liberty that they took this, as it makes this an extremely comfortable guitar to play. Sound-wise, this thing is pretty incredible. I really like it in all the different positions. First thing I had to check out on this was just using the bridge pickup and getting a pretty standard distorted rhythm tone. Let's see what that sounds like. Lots of mid-range bite, kind of everything you would look for in this type of Les Paul. As somebody who definitely favors Les Paul Juniors and specials, I would say that this is certainly up to par and pretty sick. My favorite thing to do with any P90 Les Paul always is to go in the middle position for some lead stuff, some rhythm stuff, but on this one I really like how this sounded, playing some like lightly broken up rhythm stuff, some more chordy stuff in the middle position. I don't know, it just worked, it sounded good, and for me that's a sign of a solid P90 Les Paul. We, of course, had to check out the neck pickup, and I was surprised how bright this was. A lot of times you'll get a fairly dark neck pickup with P90 Les Paul, but this is definitely not the case here. Nice and bright and articulate without being shrill, I would say. Sounds nice and full. Sounds great for rhythm, sounds great for leads. Let's check that out. So, this is obviously a very collectible guitar. This was only made for 1 year, which was 2013, and it was a limited run of 400 pieces. I've actually never seen another one of these in the wild. I've never seen one in a guitar shop. I've never seen one at a guitar show. I have seen a few others pop up online for sale, but when I found this one, it was the first time I'd seen it, and that's what made me aware of this model. I think this is really cool. It's very unique that it has these specs. There's really nothing else where you're gonna get all of this here. So even just from a player perspective, I really, really like this. There's a lot of valid critiques of the trapeze tailpiece, one of the biggest ones being that you can't palm mute well. But as you heard in the prior demo, I think it works fine. I had no issues with it. Would I prefer this to be a Tune-o-matic or Wrap Tail? Yes, for sure. But I still think it's solid, and it definitely didn't detract from anything playability-wise. And let's be honest, aesthetically it looks sick, so I'm all about it from that perspective. Being that this is such a collectible guitar, it kind of begs the question of like, is this a great player guitar too? I think even if this didn't play the best and the trapeze tailpiece wasn't as workable, it could still be cool for what it is, and I think it'd still be collectible. But I'm very happy to report that I would say from a player perspective, this is still great. If this didn't have all the kind of Les Paul tribute appointments, I think it'd still just be a great straight ahead Les Paul build P90 situation, kind of everything I would want to see in this style gold top. So definitely gets my seal of approval from that perspective. Again, I think it's really interesting that Gibson chose to use the word tribute here. I would have seen something like the commemorative Les Paul or some other name like that making more sense, as the tribute is a more affordable Les Paul, and this, when it was released and to this day, costs a good bit more than your regular Les Paul standard. So I think that's one of the reasons I don't hear these talked about as much. Literally the name, like if you say Les Paul tribute, I'm just gonna picture a regular Les Paul tribute, not a tribute to Les Paul bullion gold back collector's guitar. I think these are definitely worth checking out. If you come across one, I would at least pick it up and play it and see if you like it. If this wasn't so collectible, I could totally see this being a great like gigging workhorse, but being that it is what it is, this is probably not the guitar that I would be taking out. This is definitely something that's meant to be kept as pristine as you can. But being that this is such a great playing and sounding guitar as well, it'd be a shame not to play it. I hope whoever ends up with this one next actually enjoys it, plays it. Hopefully it stays in nice shape, but it is a guitar after all. As of filming this video, we do have this one available for sale. So if you want to check out some more info on it, you can check it out on our website at flashphotogear.com, or you can scan the QR code here. We'll see how long this one lasts. Let me know down below in the comments how you guys feel about playing the more kind of collector-focused guitars. When you get something that is collectible, are you taking it out and playing it? Are you gigging it? Are you keeping it in the case? Are you just taking it to the studio? What do you tend to do when you end up purchasing a guitar that falls under the collector bracket more than the player bracket? I know for me, if I was to buy a guitar like this, I would definitely play it, but I probably wouldn't gig it. If I wanted it for a studio situation, I think that's totally valid, but probably wouldn't want to put the wear and tear of bringing this thing out. Definitely wouldn't want to like take it on the road or anything like that. I hope you guys have enjoyed hanging out with us today. I know this was a quick one, but it's a really fun guitar that I haven't seen documented too much, so figured it was worth making a video and showing you guys. If you're into stuff like this, hopefully we'll have more of these coming soon. Lately, anytime I've been getting guitars that are more unique, I've been trying to make the time to make a dedicated video and document them, as we only have these guitars for a limited amount of time. They come in, they get set up, they get photoed, they get listed on the site, and then they go out into the world, and we'll usually never see them again. I think doing videos like this is a good way to kind of document what we're doing. There's so many unique guitars out there that are worth being documented, and if we can help out with that, then I definitely want to. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share the video, all that good stuff. It all really does help out, and we will see you guys in another video soon. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy this one as well. I didn't know your face. I was like, is there something that I missed? No, do that.